everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, Complete Business Intelligence for GP, part one of a three-part series reviewing BI360. My name is Whitney Mahon. I'm an account executive here at FMT Consultants, and I'm joined by Rick Pedego, VP of Sales at Solver. Before we dive into the good stuff, for those of you who aren't familiar with FMT, I'd like to take a few moments to give you a brief introduction of our company. Here at FMT, we have successfully completed over 1,000 projects. We've been serving clients for over 20 years. We are Southern California's leading provider of Microsoft integrated solutions and have over 285 clients in both the United States and Canada. Our team has significantly grown over the years, with currently over 80 team members both in Northern San Diego as well as Los Angeles. At FMT, we do pride ourselves on our 5 core values. Go ahead and hit the next slide, Rick. Integrity, service excellence, collaboration, innovation, and passion. But why choose FMT? Let's take a look at the differentiators. With the combination of talent, experience, and methodology, we are fully dedicated to the success of your company. We offer a wide array of services pertaining to ERP, CRM, SharePoint, BI, and Office 365. And in addition to having extremely experienced consultants, we also have a dedicated help desk that offer ongoing training and support after projects are completed. Not only do we pride ourselves on our project expertise and multiple offerings, but we have won a handful of awards, including Best Places to Work, as well as multiple small business awards. And last, I just wanted to share a few of the clients that we get the privileges to work with on a daily basis. And of course, we hope to one day add your company to this list. Now I'm going to hand it over to Rick, but before I do, if at any time during the presentation you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the comment box. We will be monitoring it during the entire presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Rick Pedego. I'm Vice President of North American Sales for Solver, and I'll be going through a presentation this morning on our Business Intelligence Suite, BI360. One of the premier capabilities and selling points, strong points of BI360 and its reception in the market is the fact that it is self-service. What this means is the product has been designed and developed to address the specific needs of finance, accounting, operations individuals without the requirement of seeking outside assistance. When we take a look at BI360, we look at it from a market positioning point of view. We are part of Gartner's Magic Quadrant for corporate performance management, and we've been in that Magic Quadrant for 3 years. The difference between corporate performance management and the business intelligence quadrant is the corporate performance management. It's a full suite of product offerings: reporting, budgeting, forecasting, dashboards with data visualization, web portal, mobile apps, as well as a data warehouse, all provided as an integrated suite. Of all the hundreds of companies that are in our space, there are only 17 in the quadrant, including companies like Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, SAP, and Solver. We also, by participating in the Gartner evaluation and Magic Quadrant capability, we receive many reports. And every year Gartner has numerous surveys. One that we pay very close attention to is the annual CFO survey. This is a very granular survey where they go in and ask hundreds of CFOs exactly what do you need to bring into your company to make better decisions and operationally run the company more efficiently. For 2016, dashboards, scorecards, financial reporting, budgeting, planning, and forecasting, data warehouse were the top 4 imperatives or initiatives. It's not a coincidence that these are also the 4 modules that make up BI360. But one of the things that when we looked at this particular report sort of jumped off the page to us was financial reporting, budgeting, planning, data warehouse have been in the market for decades. So why today are people still putting these, CFOs putting these as 3 of the top 4 things that they want to bring in to make the company run better? Oftentimes it's because companies will go out and they will have a need and they will buy a point solution. Perhaps they will be looking at doing financial reporting and they will license something like Management Reporter. If Management Reporter, the reporting requirements expand, perhaps they'll go to SQL Reporting Services. Then perhaps they'll bring in a budgeting solution such as Forecaster, or they will use Excel as their budgeting solution, and then so on and so forth, to the point to where a best-of-breed approach means that multiple products without being integrated, oftentimes from different companies, and not having the same learning curve are brought in to satisfy an individual specific requirement. BI360 is an Excel-based add-in. This is our 3rd product. Our first 2 products were proprietary, but we then in the 3rd product built the product solely around integrating Excel with SQL and with the ERP solutions. Specifically, our largest install base is GP. We have developed a solution that is fully integrated. It offers reporting at both the general ledger and sub-ledger level, live, as well as from the data warehouse, ad hoc query tool, validation, elimination, currency conversion, budgeting, forecasting, analytics, and a data warehouse. So as we go in and we install our product, we have now over 1,400 installations, we're often replacing 2, 3, and sometimes 4 different products. When we take a look at BI360 from the suite perspective, it's composed of 4 different modules: reporting, planning, data warehouse, and the dashboards. This is our web portal. As I pointed out, it's an Excel add-in, so all report designs are done in Excel. We also have an ad hoc query tool. It's called Composer, and it allows people to go in either live, as you can with reporting, or go against the data warehouse and do ad hoc queries and pull up specific information on an as-required basis. Report execution can be done in Excel in a client-server mode. It can also, the report templates can also be published out to the web portal, or they can be run on a mobile device because we support both iOS as well as Android. We have the ability to distribute reports automatically through an option called our Publisher. And what this allows you to do is set up the automatic execution and distribution of reports to a group, or publish them out to a portal such as SharePoint or FileShare on a regular basis. As Vice President of Sales, every Friday I get a series of reports based upon how the sales team is doing. As a recipient of these reports, because I'm not running them, I'm just consuming this data, I do not require, or I am not required to have a license of BI360. So we have customers out there sending reports on a regular basis to hundreds of people and not having to have an additional license for those people to actually get the input out of the system. Planning, this is our budgeting and forecasting module. By the way, all these modules are licensed independently. You don't have to license them all at once. Planning is an extension of our reporting system. So everything that is learned in how to design reports using BI360 and Excel is applicable in the design of budgets and forecasts. The nice thing about this is now, instead of just extracting information, your budgets and forecasts can input information into the directly into either the data warehouse or live back into the GP budget tables. The budgets and forecasts may also be published out to the web portal, or they may be executed and have the input completed in the Excel mode and a client server capability. Also, we have workflow for budgeting and forecast. So we have assignments that can in fact be sent from a manager down to people in the budget cycle. A common budgeting template can be applied to each individual person or department, and the restriction of information can be designed so that even though they're using a common template, they are only getting information that would be authorized and relevant to their particular area. Our data warehouse is a SQL Server database. This is where lots of information can be brought in from disparate data sources, such as bringing in information from your ERP, but perhaps you have information that is coming in from external payroll system like ADP, or you have other operational data that you wish to bring in for reporting, forecasting, and budgeting. All of this can be very easily supported in bringing in and setting up the data warehouse. The data warehouse is pre-configured so that it comes up very quickly, normally in a matter of days, as opposed to data warehouse, other data warehouse solutions that sometimes can take months or quarters to bring up. Within the data warehouse, we also handle currency conversion, assumptions, consolidations, and it is also, as part of the initial setup, if you're using the data warehouse not doing the live budgeting, it would be have the table set up for the budgeting solution. Our dashboards, this is our web portal. Our web portal is where reports, forecasts, and budgets can be published to. Within the web portal is also included a dashboard designer so that you'll be able to visualize data graphically. And the dashboard designer is a very straightforward tool, and it takes a couple of hours to literally learn it. When we take a look at our architecture, overlying security and authentication is done through Active Directory with single sign-on. So therefore, the users of our system are named users. Within the reporting module, we have the ability to have an administrator assign security to a very low level of granularity, and it allows people to restrict information to the individual so they see exactly what they need to see. The dotted line here between reporting and GP indicates that we can report live both at the GL and the subledger capability, or we can go against the data warehouse. If you're using the Excel-based planning and not the web-based planning, then the planning is done in the client-server mode and goes against the data warehouse. If you're using the web portal, you may publish reports, forecasts, and budgets to the web portal. They can access the budgets and forecasts can access GP general ledger level detail and report on it, import it into the form, as well as update it and put it back under security and under a workflow capability. So all of these individual modules, as I pointed out, may be licensed individually. We also have integration to Microsoft CRM and Salesforce.com. When we take a look at how the architecture can be accessed, we can access it through a web browser or through mobile, Excel in a client-server mode. We have the ability to publish reports out to individuals via email or out to file shares, SharePoint. And throughout the entire system, we have collaboration. So what I want to show you now is real briefly an example of the BI360 Web Portal. This is an example of some of the dashboards that we would have available to you. And let me quickly show you an example of a dashboard and some of the things that we would be able to do. Here we're able to set up parameters. We're able to set up multiple entities. So if you're not just reporting on a single company or on a individual, these entities could be departments, could be companies, could be foreign subsidiaries. You could pick your time frame. And right from the graph, you also have the capability to drill down. So not only are they dynamic, where you in fact can see the results, they are interactive. We also have the ability to publish reports out to the web portal. And the reports that are published out to the web portal, again, you can set up your parameters. And from the web portal, you also have the opportunity to drill down, just as you can from operating the systems inside of Excel. So you can produce reports at the general ledger level, you can produce reports at the sub-ledger level, you can do forecast input forms, as we have an example here, you can do budgets, as we have an example here. I don't have a lot of time to go into the specifics, but the area here, this is where the information can be entered and saved back to the GP budget tables or written back to the data warehouse. And we also have a workflow manager to where the person that's responsible for doing budgeting can see the status of individuals that are working on budgets and go through approval cycles before finalizing the budget back to the overall system. So let me get back to my PowerPoint presentation. And in just overall summary, we have our reporting, planning, dashboard, data warehouse capabilities that we've briefly gone through, individual modules being able to be licensed independently, all working together as a single integrated solution, all based on Excel, graphics through a visualization capability within the dashboard designer. The graphics are very Excel-like because our target audience being Excel users. We've also announced a brand new ERP Live Budgeting capability that is for the mid-market, that is designed for budget users where you will have 10 or fewer budget users in the overall system. It is out of the box. It is GL reporting with line item detail. It will go directly against the ERP, the GP database. It is specifically set up for individuals that do not have super complex budgeting requirements. If you would have those requirements, then we would offer to you our complete budgeting solution. This has just been released last week, April 7th, and the package comes with 1 power user, 4 end users, and with the web portal and with the report designer. So all of the forms, forecasts, and budgets would be done through the web browser at a price of $9,750. A very aggressive pricing as we move into the budget season our customers and partners are asking, especially for those that don't have massive amounts of users, like more than 10, for a budget package that will be a very, very competitive offering against products like Forecaster, and definitely a superior offering to just using plain Excel. When you take a look at BI360, we are not a vertical solution. We have companies and users across all various types of industries. We have numerous companies in sports. For instance, this past year, we signed up the San Diego Padres. We also, for those of you who watched the game last night, watched Kobe retire, we have the Los Angeles Lakers, and we have the Dodgers as well. One of the significant things about the Dodgers is they use BI360 for all their financial reporting and budgeting. And because of the way they have the data warehouse set up and its ability to handle a variety of inputs from all types of data sources, during the season they budget weekly. And without BI360 and all of its capabilities, they would not be able to do that. So when we take a look at the company, we're very, very fast growing. Over the last 2 years, we have added more than one new customer every business day. Within our customer base, and I'm sorry, this is 1,400, I failed to update that. Within our customer base, of those 1,400, about 900 are GP. Majority of our customers are in the dynamic space. And the reason for our success and adoption is the fact that we are built on Excel. And we build upon the skill sets of our users, and we provide a fully integrated suite with extremely strong integrations out of the box directly to GP and numerous other ERP solutions. Next steps is that we go through is we work with partners to set up looking at deep dive demos, looking at software configurations, looking at what the requirements would be for installation and training. We have available at our website numerous demos for videos. We also have webinars that are scheduled almost every week, white papers, and coming up in August in San Diego at Torrey Pines, we will have our 3rd annual BI360 Partner and User Conference. That will be on August 22nd. These are very, very in-depth, detailed conferences with training and lots of advanced learning opportunities. So having said that, I want to thank you very much for your time. And if there are any questions, I would be happy to answer them at this point.
Thanks, Rick. Currently, I don't see any questions. We'll give the viewers a few more minutes to enter in any questions that they might have. And while we are waiting, I did want to make one announcement. So like I mentioned in the beginning, this is a 3-part series with Solver reviewing BI360. Part 2 will be on April 28th, which will cover reporting and analytics. And then Part 3 will be on May 12th, which will cover budgeting and forecasting. So if you haven't registered already, please do so. And we look forward to seeing you for the remainder of the series.
Right. And if there are questions, you may enter them into chat. Would that be the best way?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So it doesn't look like anyone is typing in, but I will be following up with all the attendees either later today or tomorrow. So if any questions come up in the meantime, feel free to ask at that time. But other than that, I think, we truly appreciate everyone taking the time out of their day to join us, and we hope to see you at our future events.
Yes, and thank you very much for the opportunity to allow us to present to you an overview of BI360.
Perfect.
Have a great day. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Rick. Have a great day.